All right, what do we got?
Our good buddy. So here's the deal. We got Love the Hate ready to come on to the show. So I'm going to put Marshall in and J-Rod in. I'm not putting Leon in because the last time I heard, Leon wasn't part of the band. So
you haven't been staying up to date on the socials, brother, because I knew that. Yes, that's the correct response, Leon, by the way. He gave Kevin one of these. Yeah.
Marshall, what's up?
Yo.
And J-Rod, what's going on?
Hold
okay,
on.
Leon, I'll let you in.
I was gonna say I have veto capability, bro.
You son of a bitch, Kevin.
So first of all, that's what I want to know before we get into everything else.
Where the hell's Frank?
Yeah, where is Frank?
Frank's on a side job at a strip club or something right now.
Okay.
Grinding in some way, shape, or form.
Son of a bitch.
Leon, the last time we talked was at Ink and the Coast.
Ink and the Coast.
And that was your last show with Love to Hate, correct?
One of the last shows.
Supposedly. And then I saw on social media that you're back. Where'd you go? What happened?
I went on a spiritual journey into the middle of the woods, in the big redwoods of California, and I had a vision, and none of that bullshit happened.
$20 is $20. Joe said, "I love it. That's awesome."
$20 is $20. So I moved to Dothan, Alabama for the last 5 months, and I was teaching martial arts there full time for a good while, and I was working on some other stuff musically that I still am working on, but I don't know, just something about being away from the band that I helped build, like just it never sat right with me once I had actually done it. And my wife and I both were thinking it was about time to come back home. We were both not very happy in Dothan. So we decided to come back home, and that's when kind of like Frank and I had been talking the whole time. He even actually, J-Rod, you don't know this, Frank had actually sent me some of your audition videos just to get my opinion, and I wasn't even actually officially back yet. And when we had made the decision, we're coming back home, that's when I really started seriously talking to Frank and Marshall about coming back. And I officially moved back this past Saturday, and I was in the practice room slamming on the bass the very next day.
Awesome. Hey, it goes that way sometimes. You make a move, you think it's where you need to be, and you realize it's not, and you readjust.
So it's a learning. It's literally you live and learn. I don't think it was a waste of time. I think it was something I needed to know to learn something about myself.
There you go.
So my curiosity question is, I work in retail, and if I were to quit and come back, I would have to start over with my tenure. So does that mean you are you starting over with the band, or are you?
That damn well better not be.
Yeah. You know what? I get to pick on him.
Yeah.
I think our relationship is good enough that I can do the picking on. But I am glad to hear you're back. And Marshall, you're going to be last when we get to this because I'm trying to figure out where we're going here. So J-Rod, how did you get into all of this? Nope, can't hear him.
Hold on, you got it muted.
Never mind, he's muted. I got you. Yep, there you go.
How about now?
Yep, you're good.
There we go.
Cool. Sorry. I actually just proposed to my girlfriend an hour ago and had to go as a reason to get her up on the roof of this building. So she's been sitting here in tears. So I'm trying to get her to calm down a little bit.
I'm assuming she said yes. Congratulations.
She did. She's
okay, because that would have been awkward
in all this.
Congratulations,
dude,
man.
Great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the guys knew. Everybody knew. It was crazy. Her family knew. My family knew. And she had zero clue. We came to Miami for her birthday, and I just took her out on the rooftop of the hotel we're at and did it myself. I planned on taking her somewhere else, but it didn't go that way. But things worked out. She said yeah, so I guess now I'm engaged.
Dude, that is amazing. I'm going to count that as the first proposal on the show. I know it was slightly before you came on, but we're counting that. So
let's do it.
Nice.
So, I guess about 2 years ago, I started following these guys a little bit, and their music has always been something I've listened to. I really didn't get to meet them till a few months ago. They had like an audition call, and I hit Frank up because I had met Frank one time, and said, "Hey man, I want to audition." So I sent him a video, and obviously he sent it to Leon. But I sent him a video, and he was like, "Yeah," because I stay writing stuff. They'll tell you I have this huge practice room, and I stay writing every day. And I've probably got 10 shoeboxes full of song lyrics of songs I've written. I had actually been away from music for a while. The last band I was committed to was in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and it was called Avail. And we played for probably 3 years together. And then I ended up having my little boy, so I took some time away. And now my little boy's at that age where he's like, "Dad, get out of my room. I don't want you in here.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with you. Go do something yourself." So I was like, well, this opportunity came knocking, and I took advantage of it. And when I went in the day, it was just me, Marshall, Frank, and the drummer that was supposed to be the drummer at the time, Jason. We vibed really well together, and I enjoyed the energy in the room. And I had taken probably a month of learning the songs. I actually got the songs before anybody else. I don't know if I should say that, but I kind of had a leg up just because I knew people. Yeah, Marshall. I don't think Marshall knew either.
A lot of revelations on the show tonight. That's great. I love it.
But I mean, I'm loving every minute of it, man. Like it's a dream for me. My dad was a musician. He actually toured with Randy Travis, Reba McEntire, the Forrester Sisters. When I was little bitty, I still have videos from the Grand Ole Opry where he played there.
Damn, Forster's sisters are going back on tour, if I remember right, huh?
No.
I'm not even sure.
The Judds. I'm sorry.
The
Yeah,
Judds are going back on tour.
I flip flop that.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead, Jared.
No, you go ahead, Kevin.
No, you'll go ahead.
No, I was at.
I'm whatever you guys want to know. You just let me know.
Well, we're gonna move on to Marshall real quick. Marshall, how are you?
Hey, Kevin, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. So, in all of this, what have you been doing in this moment of, I guess, kind of rebuilding Love to Hate, and then kind of restacking a little bit? So, how's that been going?
Well, around October of last year, we started having members drop out. Leon, that's you. But everything, whatever, it's going to happen. I'm going to quote one of my friends around here, Greg DeLuca, excellent drummer from Mulligan Brothers and such. It was not when shit hit, or not if shit hits fans, when it's going to hit the fan. And it kind of hit the fan there. But Frank and I came together, and I'm going to speak for him a little bit on this, because we came together. It's like, do you want to keep this going? And both of us just kind of looked at each other and nodded our heads like, yeah, let's keep it going. So, we took a little time off, analyzing what went wrong back in the day, and what we could do to get better, and how we could start finding these musicians. So after a couple of months or so, I think in January is when we started opening up singer auditions, because that was first and foremost. We wanted to get a singer in here, and we had 5 or 6 excellent auditions. It was a very difficult choice, but J-Rod made it obvious at the end of the day. So we went with him, and of course, it doesn't hurt that he comes with basically a borderline studio himself that we can practice in and start recording in and such too. But he's come in and he's shown his true colors, which has come out to be, this guy's a hard worker. Like you said, like he said, he's just writing lyrics day after day. And that helps us a good bit, because Leon will tell you that we've got a full album pretty much written right now. Well, the only thing we're missing is lyrics and melodies and vocals and stuff like that. And of course, refining that experience. And we hope to be in the studio recording those at the end of this year. So we just, Frank and I kind of reflected on it, and we got over it and decided to move on, because we still enjoy making music and going on stage, and we still want to keep, keep it. still wanted to keep going there. And we got John Gavin in, about a month ago. And then right around that time, maybe a little bit before, Leon hits us up. He's like, hey, I'm coming back. It's like, okay, well, that should be an easy decision to let you in back. It's not going to be, like the retail thing. You're not going to have to go through training again. we had an absolutely banging practice last Sunday because that was Leon's first practice back with us. And John Gavin, our drummer, is learning these songs super quick. So, the meat of it is we're building up our set. We've got Burn Album pretty much down. Then we're working in other set fillers, AKA covers and such. And then new material is going to come out pretty quickly as well.
Nice. So if you didn't see it, Frank is now joining us.
I see him.
Yeah. You have a parent.
Wherever it's at.
Yeah.
Over there.
Dude, I can't think of a band though who's been through more like adversity than you guys, and y'all keeping on. And it's very I applaud you guys for that, man.
It's the big man, Frank. Frank and Leon are two of the original band members, but Frank, he found Butch, or they found each other actually. If he chimes in here, he'll be able to tell you that story there. But Frank is loyal to the bone on this, and that's encouraging for me and every other member in the band as well. It's we're gonna do us, so we're gonna move on. You're always gonna hit those hurdles. Like I said, it's not if, but when shit hits the fan, and we're gonna hit those hurdles. And we've got to have the mental fortitude to go forward. So.
Well, just like we're talking with Lockjaw before you guys came on, I mean, played out forever, had to put it down. You get a little older, kids come along the way, you get your career going, but then you come back to it. No different than you guys. Y'all have had some bumps along the way, but you keep pushing forward and you don't want to let the music go. To me, that's, admirable. That lets you know that you're in it for the right reasons, in my opinion, because you love it. You can't walk away from it.
Yeah, and I loved that interview with Jeff. Jeff, right? Lockjaw?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I'm going to be a fan. I'm going to start following them as well. Great music there, but he had a lot of good things to say. I see a lot of similarities in between them and Love to Hate. We're recording ourselves. No, we're not sending off a producer anymore, but we've got 5 different producers in the band right now.
Right.
So we're essentially going to be producing ourselves, and we're gonna do this our own way and stay true to ourselves. So we're very, very excited about it.
First time I ever met Butch, he was in the Gray.
Yep.
I forgot, Jared, you might be able to help me out. It was some dive bar that was in Gaucher on Highway 90. They were playing like a crawfish festival battle of the bands. So that was really the first time I met him. And then when I was watching that video, that show from Cress live show, that was the last time that I saw him and talked to him, was at that Cress show. So it doesn't matter how long somebody's been gone, when you see stuff like that and you have those memories.
Yeah.
So to do that in memory of him, I think that's pretty powerful, guys.
Yeah. Very well done.
His spirit still lingers in the band. It's just the style that Love to Hate is. I wish Frank was here to be here to give a little more insight on that, because I knew Butch just for a little while before he passed.
Yeah. Death is part of life, but it's a son of a bitch,
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
I guess what I want to know is, I mean, what made you guys select that song and at that moment and at that time to go ahead and do this?
We had been kind of mulling it over for a while. That was, if we were going to do an acoustic version of the song, it was going to be If I Would Go. And then the time came right. It's like, well, we've got this new singer that we want to showcase. Why not do something in Butch's song? Butch wrote that song. Butch and Frank both wrote that song. So it actually just came naturally.
Well, I will say this, J-Rod, you sounded phenomenal on that.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate
really,
that.
really, really, really powerful vocals on that and good stuff. So what's the plans for you guys playing out anytime soon?
It's on you, J-Rod.
I think the biggest thing right now is practice. that whole saying, practice makes perfect. We're in the practice studio every week, and we're trying to get better and get a bigger set list. We've got some people we've talked to about getting some shows together here eventually, but I want us to be as good as we've ever been, if not better. I want to bring more emotion and more energy with this band and just put us on the map.
I got you.
What,
We
that
want to make
practice
sure we're
spot.
completely
Yeah, no,
ready.
I was actually getting ready to get into that, Jared.
Go ahead, because that. Oh, look, he already had it queued up. I saw this when y'all posted it the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was happy that you guys were back doing it, but I was a little bit jealous. I was kind of pissed a little bit. I'm like, what? Flash that back up, Kevin. What's the story on that? I mean, damn.
So that's actually my garage.
Wow.
It's actually 2 stories. There's a top room upstairs that we're going to eventually, I'm sure, set up some recording equipment, run it down through. There's a huge storage area in the back, and I painted all that myself. I freehanded the Love the Hate logo up there. I bought the records. I did everything. I wish I could show you guys a 360 view of it. It's pretty great in there, and it gives us a lot of room to actually move around. And I've posted some clips on our page of us just kind of playing through some of our songs too. You can see we can kind of work it like it's an actual stage and get used to being on stage.
Right. And
Yeah,
you have all
it's,
the recording stuff set up there now, or you're working
No,
towards that?
Marshall has all the recording stuff at his house. I just have sound equipment, and we've got speakers and a PA, and we've got our cabinet set up like Jeff said about theirs at his little studio with all our in-ear stuff there. And everything's usually set up, ready to go. We plug a couple of things in on our practice days and go straight to work.
Do y'all mic the cabs and then go into an in-ear system, or is it like direct out? How do y'all run that?
Direct out.
Okay.
Frank and I are using head rush systems. We're just directing straight into again, like Lockjaw. We have our monitor set up there, but then we can also route it to the speakers that J-Rod's provided in that garage there. Leon, we usually direct out, but for that particular setup, his cab is so boomy and stuff. Like,
right.
we love that dry sound coming from Leon's cabinet there. So we DI him, but we do mostly dry sound from him, and the drums are all dry sound as well.
I love it.
Sweet.
That's the way of the future.
Yeah, it gets it done. And when we get to recording, we're going to use that room for drum recording too. I can't wait. I'm super excited. As an audio engineer myself, I can't wait to do that. So
That's going to be fun.
Well, guys, how can the people watching find you?
everywhere.
So yeah, everywhere. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram at love the hate _ Twitter is at love the hate 2. Facebook is facebook.com/love the hate band, and Spotify, YouTube,
TikTok.
iTunes, TikTok. Yeah, J-Rod's
Yeah, we
TikTok
just added
for
a
us.
new TikTok page.
So-
It's Love the Hate 55.
We're finally giving in, and we're going into TikTok.
You got to do it. We have one. We're not active out on it, but
Matt, I was getting to that, Matt, as everybody was saying. All the links are in the comments.
Thank you, Matt.
So Matt put
Thank you, Matt.
all the links in the comments so that if you're wanting to follow and subscribe and whatever else, like, and I guess I don't know, all that crap that social media uses, all the links are right there.
Also, before we go, I would be remiss if I don't do my due diligence. And there was a great article written by Miss Ann about this video and this recording, and it was very beautifully written and very heartfelt. And just shout out to that and to the great work she did. And it was very awesome.
Yeah,
I would-
that was definitely heartwarming.
I was going to mention that earlier in the show. I'm glad you brought it back up. But what the admins that we have at the Sound are writing reviews now on the sound228.com, and they're crushing it, man. They're doing such a great job. Like you said, these aren't just like, a few sentences of just some bullshit. Like, they're really putting their heart and soul into all these views, and it showed. And we're
So those-
super proud to have them as a part of all this.
Those are the two that got released today. And you can go to the sound228.com, click on the blog. There it is. And that's the article on Love the Hate, and then the article on Raptors as well. So Matt James and Ann did a great job. And Lisa does our concert reviews, and she's phenomenal as well. And Michelle's in there doing stuff, and Filthy 50. I mean, if we didn't have them,
No,
fucking shut it down.
I was gonna say, you remember here's the thing, we have known each other long enough. You remember when it was just you two idiots?
yes, we can go back and play
That
some of
was
that
it.
shit too. Yeah,
That was it. It was
Yeah.
just you two.
That was it.
Yeah, and they've man, I no shit. If they weren't there, we couldn't do what we're doing now.
No,
We'd still look like we were back in 2018.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Keep us posted when you're
Yeah.
ready to release some new stuff. Let us know, and we're gonna hop on all over it as much as we can.
let us know about the shows too when those are scheduled and y'all are ready to
definitely.
to go back out there. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
sir. It's coming.
Hey, thanks
It's
again,
coming.
guys, for everything y'all do, man. We greatly
Thank you.
appreciate it.
It's our
And,
pleasure, bro. I can tell you.
J Rod, tell your wife, tell your fiance, congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, she's sitting right here laughing. So
Oh,
Yeah.
He's a man
Yeah.
now. He's a man.
First proposal on the show, man.
so congratulations to both of you, and
Thank you.
best of luck in all of your future endeavors with each other.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
she's
that's
my
how you say
sugar
it.
mama.
There you go.
Nice.
Someone's got to put food on the table. I love the hate.
Nice.
Well, I
Nice.
mean, we're musicians. We're damn
You
sure
are a
not doing it.
musician.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, we're
hey, we need
because we're not
copies
doing it.
somewhere.
So, all right, guys.
Anyway,
Thank you
hey,
so
God
much.
bless you guys, man. We
Peace.
appreciate it.